All right, predictions paid out. Let's get into another draft. Book of Mazerbull. Lobelia is fine too, but speed draft mode. Red is an incredible color, and it's got a Book of Mazerbull. Oath of the Grey Host is a great card too, getting 3 tapped flyers. Takes a little while to do it, but 3/1/1 flyers can absolutely close out a game. Rally's also great for aggro stuff. Might be better off of Book or Mazerbull. Rally into Book is really good. Arwen's nice for green-blue, but I don't think we're trying to get into green-blue in a bot draft. So surrounded by orcs. I want to try to do that thing. I might go Rally over Oath. That's very close, but I'm going to go Rally. Rally into Book is like very real. Double Rally into Book. Gimli's okay. Patrol's okay. None of the off-color cards are pushing us in those directions, so Rally it is. Claim the Precious is phenomenal. Uruk-hai Berserker is also great. We take a claim. Easterling Vanguard's another fantastic 2-drop. Lancer's good. Ambush is great. Warbeast is fantastic. Super good black-red pack there. Take the Vanguard. There's a Fiery Inscription, but there's also Aomer, which is a huge finisher. Hits for 5 damage out of nowhere. Spits out 1/1s every time you're attacking. Super hard to beat. That Fiery Inscription meta could very much be a thing, where the bots are just going to allow you to do that whenever you want. I could actually play a Patroller, a Nasty End, a Crusher, even a Black Breath. These are all things that are definitely castable. Not particularly strong, but certainly castable. Take a Patrol. Goblin, Quarrel's End, Lancer, again, all castable. We've got 3 2-drops already. Let's get a 1-drop into here. For as many, like, super curves into the book as possible. I'm going to take Westfold Rider just in case for red-white. Swarming Amori is not unplayable. Breath might be better in quick draft. What's Breath? Fearfire Foes is a mythic uncommon, so is Voracious Fellbeast. These are both incredible cards. Fearfire Foes can wipe an entire board from a more aggressive strategy like the last 2 decks. The 2 decks that we lost to crumbled to Fearfire Foes. Voracious Fellbeast better against singular creatures if your opponent has like 1 big creature. Oh, Black Breath, yeah. Black Breath could go up in value in quick draft. I'm going to take the Fearfire Foes here. We're also heavier into red. Torment of Golem's also good. This is really incredible. This pack is nuts. Voracious Fellbeast. There's also Gandalf Sanction. We didn't take the Fiery Inscription stuff, though, for that plan, so we're on black-red. Where we take the Fellbeast. Another Rally. Beautiful. Black Breath is okay. But I've got a Fearfire Foes now, so that kind of covers that base without being useless against non-1/1s. I'm not going to play a Gimli's Fury. Take a Mordor Muster or a Warbeast of Gorgoroth. I've got 2 5-drops though. I've got a 6-drop. I've got those finishers. Let's load up on 2s. Another Lancer. 3 Lancer's a bit much, but I don't like Trebuchet too much. Yes, it does work in the Goblin and Army deck, but it never works like super well. Medicine's just fine, but I guess I don't have a lot of non-creature spells right now. I think I'm okay with that, because the 2 that I have are incredible. I'll take another Lancer. I could definitely play an Improvised Club with triple Rally at the Hornburg to work with it. Don't think I'll end up playing a Flamesmith or an Ungol Patrol. My sorcery count right now, though, so maybe Flamesmith is more likely. Torment of Golem at 4. Ambush is a great combat trick too, but I'll take the Torment. Get our first 4-drop creature into the deck. Now we get another Ungol Patrol if we wanted it. Now we get a Black Breath we could side in or out, depending on what I think people are going to be running. So if we run into more of the Rally at the Hornburg nonsense, we're going to need that in there. But maybe I can open up another Fearfire Foes and just not even need to do that. Alright, Gloin is just a 3-mana 3/3 because we've got 1 historic spell. 3 mana 3/3 is fine, but I think Ambush is actually just a really good combat trick. I'm going to take that over Goin. But we haven't actually ended up having a lot of legendary spells here. Another Rally at the Hornburg, just all in Rally into book the deck. Hope that we don't play against any Black Breaths or Fear Fire foes. Troll's nice too. Take the Rally though. Another Mordor Muster, another Improvised Club, and a Quarrel's End. They're all good cards. Take the Mustard. Rohirrim's fantastic. All the creatures with Enter Battlefield, the Ring Tempts You, are pretty great. Another Rally at the Hornburg. I don't know what's going on, bots, but I'll take them. Another Improvised Club or Quarrel's End. We have 5 Rally at the Hornburg. I feel like I can fling some 1/1s with Improvised Club. Oliphant's a fine cycler. Ambush is a great trick. It's one of these two. I'll go Ambush. Definitely play a couple Quarrel's End. If we wheel some of those, we got 1 back. That might be it. I think that's it. Okay. Red-black quick draft deck number 2. Hopefully 4 and 3 are better. Hopefully 5 wins are better. Pay out the believers this time. He's sick. 7 cards to cut. Cut 1 Patrol. Cut a Crusher. I think with a Fear in the main deck, I'm going to cut a Black Breath. Cut a land here. Even though I don't have any land cyclers, I think 16 lands looks fine for this. I might cut both Patrols. Just to really, really low to the ground here. Just win anytime we draw Book of Mazerbool with our 5 Rally at the Hornburg. Creature count is basically 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I don't want to drop any of these bigger things. I like the swarming for the treasure to get to these things, but I gotta drop some kind of creature E cards. Like a swarming. I've got a couple musters as well drawing me a card. I might go real low on land, go for the 15 here. Average cost is 2.3. I'd have to drop another black source though, because I have so much more red than black cards, but I have a Claim the Precious. I guess I only need 1 red source. I don't love going down to just 7 red sources in the deck. Yeah, I'll cut a Lancer or like a Fire Leaper over another land. Fire Leaper might not be particularly good in here because we're not going to be dumping a bunch of mana into it pretty much ever. We have all this stuff to be just running out early. I'll drop a Fire Leaper. And we'll do that. Rally at the Horn BRG. Emphasis on black red. Mono red hand. Awkward. This is both colors. We'll keep it. All 2 drops except Torment. I think I'd ditch a land then. Playing against a white deck. Only believers in chat. See how's the prediction looking. 1% on non-believers. Everybody else is a believer. Non-believers, your payout is going to be incredible if it happens. playing against red-white. Oh, and they're curving out. They're on the play and curving out. We are far behind for 2 reasons right now. Alright. Just cast a bunch of Rally at the Hornburg and then draw into a Book of Marzabul. That could end the game. Erkenbrand could also end the game. We're probably going to have to club that if I don't hit a swamp. If I hit a swamp, I'll just claim the Precious on it. But we got to kill this thing before they cast their own Rally at the Hornburgs. Mortar Muster. If we hit any land, we can muster into Improvised Club. And if I don't hit a land, they're attacking really hard, but I can chump with 1/1s in the worst case scenario, so I think we need lands badly enough to get a little greedy for it. And we did find a land off of it, so now I can club. I can club in response to them trying to play more humans because it is an instant, so we'll pass from there. Oh, God, no. That's what I'm supposed to draw into. That is very bad. Ooh, they're going to give an opportunity to kill Erkenbrand without spending a removal spell on it? I mean, I kind of think I need to just whittle down their board state before they give everything +1/+0 menace here. We Torment next turn, then we have a blocker for the army. No, it'll be a 3/3 army attacking next turn. It's a little bit of a yikes. Could club the Spearmaster. I mean, yeah, things are likely to go pretty well if I can just survive. I guess if I don't club the Spearmaster, then Torment makes my army a 3/3, which is big enough to trade into their army, which is important. So let's not club. Ooh, Ambush. I can't make my army a 3/3 and hold up the Ambush here, which is sad. We'll just Torment. Another Erkenbrand. Well, that explains that. There's a Lost to Legend with no targets and a Breaking of the Fellowship with no targets. Alright, get rid of Erkenbrand. Hold off to nullify their Book of Marzabul. I need to keep in mind they're Lost to Legend. If I ever cast Claim the Precious, I have to pick a Ring Bearer, I believe. Yeah, I have to pick a Ring Bearer. So I have to let them kill something to Lost to Legend. So I guess we just choose a 1/1 human for all these rallies. I can drop a rally, and then I'm still holding up an Ambush or an Improvised Club, whichever is going to be better. Quite likely going to be the Improvised Club, because we have to double block. Westfold Rider. And clear out everything but the Westfold Rider, which I think is a-okay. Oh no. They have a trick of their own? Maybe. I guess we'll see. It's their own club? Alright. That's hilarious. Reverse clubbed. Rude. So I guess I just barely outrace our opponent. No, because they've got 2 removal spells for our 1/1s. So I should leave 1/1/1 back, and then they'll have to removal spell it. Which I could ambush to counter the Breaking of the Fellowship. I don't have triple black, though, and I have to just blow up the Orc Army with Claim at this point. It's a top deck war. We will see who draws better, basically. Because these 1/1s hold off their rider unless they spend removal spells on 1/1s over and over again. Who will draw the bestest? Our opponent starts with a Gimli against multiple creature tokens. So far, our opponent draws Gimli, we draw land. And Lost to Legend's an instance, but Breaking is not, so I can ambush Gimli at least. Alright, they don't have any instant speed removal to kill this 1/1. Unless they top decked it this turn. Hey Wraithbone, how's it going? Yeah, they just added Quick Draft for the format, so we're going to check it out here. See how it plays out. Lets us just jam through some drafts really quickly. We're in a top deck war right now. It all depends on who draws better, basically. Alright. Our opponent drew Gimli land, we drew land. Gimli land, Errand Rider with the legend on board to draw another card. There's a book. They can just blow it up with the Westfold Rider. We still get a 1/1 though, so we get a 1/1 and blow up the Westfold Rider. I think we have to just drop it. That's not ideal. Obviously, we would love it if they did not have a Westfold Rider. But I think get a 1/1, blow up a 3/1 is a fine deal. That is if they want to sack it. Just drafted Boros Aggro with double Theoden. Nice. Pretty sick archetype. Alright, Gimli, Errand Rider, East Farthing Farmer are our opponent's non-land draws. Well, that's just a 3/1 on future turns. We kill the 3/2. Sack the Rider, trade it into a 2/2 instead of a 1/1. They're gonna Lost to Legend and tuck that away. Fourth from the top. Well, sometimes it do be like that. 0-1 heading into game 2. The process of drafting in Quick Draft is super fast, but these queues are a lot slower right now than I've been finding the Premier Draft queues to be. Could just be because people don't know Quick Draft's up yet. It just went live today. Hold on to the mustard for dear life. Give me the mountain, mustard. Show me the mountain. Who's your favorite commander in Historic Brawl? Joyra Weatherlight Captain. Or, no, Tezzeret, Master of the Bridge. 6 mana Planeswalker. Makes all of your creatures and Planeswalkers have affinity for artifacts. And there's a +2 ability to make your opponent lose life equal to the number of artifacts you control, and you gain that much life. So you run a ton of mana rocks so that you can get Tezzeret down early. And then you've got a bunch of mana rocks on board, which are all artifacts, so then you can start trying to cast some big Eldrazi for free, some big Ugin-style Planeswalkers for free. You just play some really big spells. I like any kind of artifact shenanigans. So that's why I like Joyra Weatherlight Captain as well. Playing against red-green, yeah. Spiteful Banditry. Hey, Meathook Massacre, how's it doing? So now, whenever one of our creatures dies for the rest of the game, they get a treasure token as well. Well, we know why they're red. Hopefully we don't find out why they're green. Hopefully they just play a bunch of medium green cards. I don't want to see a Radagast or something. Do I stream and create content full-time? It depends on your definition of that. Seasonally full-time, yes. I still work seasonally. For like holiday season and back to school season and stuff. Just kill a watchdogs and gain a little bit of life. Well, we're still doing okay. Like, I'm not going to take any more damage right now, but next turn is kind of the defining turn. If we don't hit a mountain then, it's pretty over. Well, 14 cards deep right now. Time to draw card 15. Come on, Mountain. We need you ASAP. They're at 5 out of 7 mana for Fangorn, but they get treasure tokens when our creatures die. If I don't take Improvise Club, I'm dying so fast, because they hit for 5 and then sack it and deal 4 more. They hit for like 9. Lembus. Scry 1, draw a card, and then eat some food. Lothlorien Lookout. Alright, now we find out if the mountain's too late. In theory, we drop a 4/3 to trade into the War Beast. If they top deck nothing, we can poke them for 3, trade into the War Beast on blocks. I should probably not attack here though. But I get to draw a card, discard a card by doing it, which is value. I'm going to give them an opportunity to just top deck removal and kill us here. I'm going to get greedy for my draw discard. Is a 6th mana helpful? 6 mana worth of cards next turn? No, because if it's not a second red source, I can't cast 2 spells in 1 turn anyway, so... I guess it helps eat the food, but that's again only if I hit another red source. If I don't hit another red source, then I play one red spell and eat the food. That's very simple. They hit the land for Fangorn? No, Spearmaster. So they're going to get Fangorn off of the treasure, pretty much guaranteed. Spearmaster's going to make one of these things a 3-power attacker into my army. 5 mana, I can cast whatever spell I want and then also eat a food. I don't think I have a good attack here because they just double block and then get the treasure they need for Fangorn to be guaranteed next turn. Had to take a break. We're 0-1 right now. And then this game we didn't draw a mountain till turn 15. Well, not turn 15, till 15 cards deep. That was turn 8. No, it was turn 7 because we cast a couple card draw spells to try to draw into it. Which is why I kept the opener. I think a 1-1 just does not matter enough. So I play a 2-1 to trade into a 2-2 army and eat some food. Could also try to go block and club here. I think I drop a Flamesmith and eat some food. If I end, I could hit another red source and play another spell. But there's probably just human emotion getting in the way of statistics, but it feels like I don't want to leave the rest of the turn up to chance. I think a 2-1 over a 1-1 is significantly better on the current board to trade into the army and actually kill 2 attackers here. This way I can trade into the army without having to, like, if they make it a 3-2 attacker, trade off my 3-3. I guess I could have just played a rally if I wanted to do that. But I think rally or Flamesmith over Quarrel's End is leaving less to chance. Oh dear. Oh dear. So, I mean, they're going to play a Fangorn here, but then we can just keep making 2 1-1s a turn. Yeah, they get a treasure token. So they can play a 4-10 Vigilance, but then I can still attack in with my army as an unblockable Ring Bearer. And then I just keep chumping the 4-10. They get 2 creatures a turn, I only have to lose 1 a turn. And I hit them for 3 a turn and draw a card, discard a card, digging for the mountain. This is assuming that they just tap out for the 4-10. That's what I hope happens here. If there's some other spell that's better than playing a 4-10, that's going to be an issue. Okay, yeah, that's an issue. Get a 4-4 that can give things first strike on attacks if they hit lands. Can buff them up, and they have a food token now. Well, things would be going really well right now if they just dropped the 4-10. Okay, Lancer is not what I need. I get 2 chumps no matter what, so I'm going to draw the card, discard a card, and hope desperately for Mountain. Oh my god. 1 chump blocker is enough right now. They're playing off the top. They hit a removal spell for the 1-1, I take 5 damage because they don't have a land in their hand, so even removal spell, we survive barely. Come on, Mountain, please. Oh my god. We're 22 cards in now. Oh, I can still hit for 3 unblockable next turn. We're not out of this game. If I hit a mountain, I'm in a really good spot because it's 4 1-1 chumps. Hey Christopher, how's it going? Aomer's a chump blocker if they don't have instant speed removal. I can't imagine they wouldn't play this gigantic tree folk if they didn't have instant speed removal, but I don't know. I could just draw discard and look for a mountain again. Because I'm going to have two 1/1 blockers. I'm so tempted to run out the Aomer, but I think I just send it and look for another mountain. Okay. Drop double rally, next turn play a rally and double club them. Well, I guess I can't play all three of those, but next turn double club them maybe for lethal. Or Aomer plus club. There's a lot of ways to kill them next turn now that we found a second mountain. And a lot of ways to not die. There is one way to die, which is fear fire foes. Could happen. So we're at 12, but again, I have 8 damage in hand, which is massive. I could try to go for 1 turn lethal, but I'll just play the slightly safer block, which will probably require 2 attacks to kill them now. Whatever's in their hand is whatever they literally just top decked. I guess they got to scry into it last turn. Improvise club? Okay. That would have been bad for us on attacks too, so that's fine. 7 mana total. I can play Aomer and Rally. I think I want 2 blockers up, so I want to Rally pre-combat. Actually, we know their hands. Is there any way to find lethal here? 5 plus 4 plus club, or plus 4 from club is 9, plus a 1/1 is 10. We can't lethal them. I can hit for 9 or 10, basically. So let's just make sure we have 2 1/1 blockers. That feels more than safe enough, and then we can just kill them next turn. Generous Ent with the 2 mana to eat a food, making them at essentially 8 life, but improvised clubs are 8 damage. Yeah, we're good. We can just double club here, but we'll get a little bit extra damage in to make it super, super safe. Yep, they're at 8, they take 7, and then we club again. Oh my god. It took us some time to find the red sources, but as long as we hit them eventually, I guess we can pull out the victory there. We are 1-1 now. I really did not think we were winning that game. That was a nice comeback. 1-1 heading into game 3. On the play, turn 2 Vanguard or turn 2 Rally. We've got the double black for the double black cards like Fellbeast. We've got an ambush during combat. I am into the hand. Get our immediate damage in with haste. They're going to cycle an Oliphant red-black mirror match. Let's go. I should have a bell or something I can just ding whenever it's a red-black mirror match. Rohirrim Lancer. Okay, now I can play Lancer and Vanguard. I'm not going to play an ambush to save a 1/1 from a Lancer. If they take that trade, then we accept that trade. Oh. Well, we probably lose. Got 3 for 1. Okay. Fellbeast can 2 for 1 our opponent and really get back after that. Depends on how aggressive their mid game is. I shouldn't have said any words. Their mid game is 4/4 haste levels of aggressive. There's no way I can get 3 for 1 and then 2 for 1 myself to kill Aomer and expect to win. I think I can't afford to do that here. I could do it with Lancer, because if I do that with Lancer, then I make a level 2 Ring Bearer, which is good. So now I can Lancer ambush 2 for 1 on the Aomer because we get value out of the Lancer death trigger. So it makes it more of a 1 for 1 than a 2 for 1. They might have instant speed removal now though, which would be horrible. Okay, that is a no, they do not. Sorcerer speed removal though, maybe? Yep. Goodbye, Ring Bearer. Swarming of Moria. Got a 2/1 to trade into the 2/2, I guess. Again, if we make it to Fellbeast mana, we could still be in this game. Oh, they're on the looting part of the ring though. Thanks to their last spell. So no, because they're set up to draw perfectly. Because they draw 2 cards per turn and discard the worst card. I guess I could have clubbed the Lancer, but then the Lancer just moves it over anyway. So I can't get rid of their Ring Bearer, because... Ooh! Oh my god, 1 more land! No! Yeah, I can't afford to just kill the Lancer, because the Lancer moves the Ring Bearer to a different creature when it dies. And then they just have a bigger, better Ring Bearer. Oh my god, I was 1 mana away from this being the perfect draw. Kill both those. This set has 0 bears? That doesn't seem right. We can't have a Ring Bearer bear. That's sad. Alright, they've got 1 card. See what it is. Nothing yet? Next time that the ring tempts them, they get to have a level 4 Ring Bearer. Okay, Snarling Warg. There's a book. Could you imagine if I went land into land there? Then I could have went Fear Fire Foes into Fellbeast when they had only a Warg on board. Fellbeast would have been so good that turn. And now Fellbeast sucks because it kills a 1/1. We just like keep drawing our cards 1 turn off from like the perfect time. Okay, I guess 2 turns off because now I still can't play Fellbeast, but... Could double block Warg with a 3/3 and a 1/1. It's probably better than trying to club it. They draw into a Shadow's Ambush or something. Something sick nasty. Probably. No. Come on, land. Come on, land. Come on, land. Come on, land. Oh. I should hit them for 2 before I do this. I need your energy, chat. Everyone cross your fingers for lands. No! God, never mind. The game's over. God dang it. That ended way closer than it started. At least. Because I think we would have won that game if we had hit 6 mana to be able to play a Fell Beast at any point there. Playing a Fell Beast to make them sack an elephant, or playing a Fell Beast to sack the warg, any of those would have been incredible, and then we would have had the food to eat to not die to a reanimated haster. And then we would have also had an improvised club left over, because we wouldn't have had to use that on the Oliphant, which means we would have had a 1/1 left over for chump blocks too. It just would have been an incredible game with the Fell Beast. 1 and 2. This could be an incredible game. A turn 3 Book of Mazarbul with 3 1/1s on board. If they aren't main decking the Black Breath. I do need to draw into a 3rd land. Well, we cross our fingers and hope for no Black Breath. Really wish I hit the 3rd land there, because then Book is much safer against Black Breath. Okay, no Black Breath. I think I'm supposed to muster and look for a land, but I'm tempted to club here because we can attack with everybody, and whatever gets blocked by the 2/2, club their face with it. Hit them for 3 + 4 is 7, put them down to 5 life. Down to like 4 1/1s after that or something. The Book is just like so lethal though. I'm gonna muster. Okay, we find the land to play Book next turn. Could still attack with everybody. I lose a single 1/1 to hit for like 4. Or we trade into Crebain and hit for 3. Here's also reasonable. They're down to 9. With a club in hand, that extra chip damage is big, because 4 life is 0. Gandalf Sanction a Lancer. Ringbearer on a 1/1. Play the Book, and then the army's big enough to trade into their army. We attack in with a 1/1 and an army. Or I could just hold on to our army so it's too big the turn after that. Attack? No. I was gonna say, I would be pretty happy to see an attack. I'm gonna play the land in case I can hit Aomer next turn. But I guess I'll just chip in for 1 and then play the Book. That way we can still have an army on board next turn to be a 4/4, and then it can really attack into the 2/2 instead of just trading into it. Just hold 5 mana up. Well, I have not hit the land to play Aomer anyway, so I just hold up an improvised club as sort of a trick and send these 2 in. And just torment post-combat. Just a chump. Okay. Let's see what they've got. They've got a Sauron and 1 removal spell. Sauron is 6 mana. Gonna be a 7/6. When they cast a spell, they get a 1/1. So it's a 7/6 and a 1/1 versus 1 removal spell. I'll let them have the 1 removal spell. Kill the army. They kill the army, and then if we hit a land, we just Aomer and kill them. They top decked a 2-mana creature, so Aomer does not kill them anymore. But we still kill them in 2 swings pretty easily. I guess I could have killed them with Improvised Club because we knew their hand. Whoops. Does not matter. They are going to scoop them up. Nothing they can top deck is going to win that game from that point. 2-2. Not just a 1-3 and out of it immediately. So that feels good. 2-3 is the worst we can do. I like this deck. I just feel like we've always been kind of a card off in our losing games. The mana base is really not working out. 2 rallies on the play and a turn 4 Rohirrim off of any land is... well, any 2 lands is pretty strong. 3 rallies on the play. Alright, the dream draws are land, Book of Mazerbool. Erase him. We know what we're doing. We scoop to fear fire foes in the Black Breath. We probably barely outrace our opponent otherwise. Unless I hit 0 lands all game. Okay, we do find one. Probably better to jam in for 6 than play the 2/1. This is so dumb. This is the game we're having. Interaction is for fools. Let's just keep swinging at each other and never pay attention to what the other person's doing and just see who dies first. Rohirrim is very good. If we draw into some of our 4 damage burn spells, they just die on the spot. We have 2 different 4 damage burn spells. They're both insta-lethal. Okay. Not one of those, but that is a solid draw. We just attack with everybody 2 times and we win still. So if we just torment them and make sure nothing they have in hand kills us, then we can just attack all and then attack all and they're dead. So let's make sure they can't find a way to lethal us. So they can make their army bigger, or they can get a food. I think we get rid of their ability to get a food, and then they just make their army bigger next turn and then die? I guess not quite. Because we're going to put them to 4 life with 2 blockers up next turn, but we'll be down to 4 attackers. Most likely. I still think that's our best bet. It's just getting rid of their food. And let them have... They already have a massive army. What's 2 more power toughness going to be on it, you know? Let's get rid of the food. They have no way to onboard lethal us. They have to draw into something to kill us. And they can force us into a chump with the 2/2, but again, unless they top deck removal immediately, we just chump and then try to lethal them. Alright, land it is. Swarming of Moria and Torment of Golem. Sure. We just attack with everybody 2 more turns and they die. Just make sure we keep playing enough chumpers. Okay, so they're dead to a lot. Top deck removal, or we have 2 copies of Rallies we could top deck. We have a Claim the Precious we could top deck. We have 2 copies of the Club that we could top deck. There's probably like 10 cards in our deck that are insta-lethal off the top. But even if we just hit a land or something, okay. I was gonna say, even if we just hit a land or something, we're good. We did hit one of our insta-wins. Boom. 3 and 2. Five copies of Rally at the Hornburg is pretty busted. Like, we just kind of opening hand plus drew into our first 3 turns. We had no other plan except just rally into rally into rally. And it's like, that's just enough. Because they can't block all of the 1/1s later in the game. So you chip in for so much early damage, and then they just can't block everybody in the end for the final few points. This might be my favorite hand we've had so far. It doesn't have any rallies though, so it's got to be bad. If this was exactly this hand, except I had a rally instead of the other mountain, that would have been beautiful. Alright, Rohirrim on 4 is good. Another red-black mirror. Boop my army. Get booped. No 3-drop, so we're definitely not pressuring them very much right now. The 1-for-1 Black Breath? They must have just top decked the Black Breath, because otherwise I don't know why they would Breaking and then Black Breath. I'm just gonna save this and eat food. Oh no, I should eat the food because I can save that to fling. I always forget this can use artifacts. Should have kept the food. I'm so used to all of my decks having absolutely no use for the food other than eating it. I've gotten too used to getting the life gain going when I should just save it for clubs. Surrounded by orcs. They could be on the Surrounded by Orcs mill deck. That's cute. Well, I should have... I think I should have kept the food and then I could just sack the food to do this, but if I sack Lancer to do this, I can also start drawing a card and discarding a card. So I'm going to do that. Saving Fear Fire foes in case they hit like a Dunlin Crabane or something that spits out 2 creatures off 1 card. I can kill both with that. And if they just play 1 big creature, I can just shoot the 1 creature. Rohirrim? Yeah, I can shoot that. Mordor Muster. I don't have the mana to muster and shoot that. So we just shoot it to hit for 5. And draw a card, discard a card. Flame the Rohirrim out of here. We still get our draw and discard. At least. Cool. Ooh, a book. I'm gonna draw a card, discard, see if I hit land 5, discard Ambush for that to play Muster plus book. Yep. I probably should have mustered first, because the odds of me not hitting land 5 off of Muster plus draw and discard aren't very high. Ooh, a Torment of Golem. We're at 21, they're at 6, but they have 3 cards in hand, we just have 1. They're just gonna mass an Orc for a blocker. I'm gonna have a 5/5 Orc Army next turn. No, a 6/6 Orc Army off of the Torment of Golem. So they have to chump that. Yep, and Patrol's not big enough to block it too. Get rid of us surrounded by Orcs. And they're just gonna scoop it up there. That is 4 and 2. Worst case scenario. 4-3 into 4-3 now. But hopefully we can do a little better than that. We're on the razor's edge here. We're right on the margin. This is the deciding game. Win or lose. Whether it's going to be for the believers or the non-believers. Lancer into... Almost slipped off my chair. Lancer into Rally is a good start, and Fellbeast is a fantastic end. Just gotta draw the mid-range. Gotta draw the in-between cards. Ooh. 1/3 is a really good blocker for our Rally tokens. So we just play a Rally and don't send them in until we have Ambush up. Blue-black, Swarming of Moria, for an Orc Army. Ambush the army. And then I have to Fear Fire Foes the Survivor later. Or I could just Fear Fire Foes now. I'd rather leave the Fear Fire Foes for later. Because it could kill more than one thing, whereas the ambush is only going to kill one thing. And I'm actually going to hold on to the food now, because we have multiple of the 4 damage burn spell that could sacrifice the food. Alright, Bilbo is very good value, having the Ring Tempt You when he hits the board and when he leaves. Even if I kill Bilbo, they just make the Survivor the Ring Bearer. But then the Survivor doesn't give them treasure when they hit us. I can't hit with anybody unless I Fear Fire Foes one of their creatures. The Survivor does give them extra mana, but Bilbo does too. These both give them mana. This one just for instant sorceries, this one's going to be treasure tokens for anything. I think I need to just kill Bilbo and then attack with Lancer. Survivor can be the Ring Bearer. If it attacks in, that means I get to attack with my 1/1s probably. Hopefully, maybe. Okay, Easterling Vanguard is the draw. 1 mana away from Fellbeast now. They just got counter spells in their hand. Counter to Amass 1. Oh, just counter creature. Okay. What about the Vanguard? Vanguard is cool. Limbus. They still have 2 mana up for counter a creature spell thanks to Pelargir Survivor. So I'm still a little worried they might have another Glorious Gale. Now they have 3 mana up, so they could have any counter spell in the book. I think I still gotta just roll for it. I don't have another play. Or roll with it. Ooh, what do they have here? It's not a counterspell. Is it instant speed creature? Instant speed Amass one? Nope, just the gain life from Lemmus. Alright, fantastic turn. Got their counterspell to counter something much weaker than a Fell Beast, and then we actually got to resolve the fantastic Drake Beast. The Sauron's Ransom. Top piles face down. You can have a Glorious Gale and... well, no, you can have a Birthday Escape and a land, or you can have a mystery box of goodies. I feel like no matter how I order these piles, they're going to find a way to get the Birthday Escape pile. Because they're going to be like, well, Glorious Gale, I need things that affect the board right now, so I'm going to take the other pile. So yeah, I don't think it really matters. Let them know they can have a Birthday Escape. Oh, they choose the non-Birthday Escape pile, okay. Cool with me. Rally cannot be countered by that Glorious Gale. Boom. They're down to 2. If they have a Fear Fire Foes, if they just go Mountain Fear Fire Foes, they do wipe our whole board. I guess we have a 1/1 army afterward, but they can do 4 damage to the Fell Beast and 1 to everybody else. That card is just so good. Luckily enough for us, though, they do not have that, which means we are 5-2. We are at Mythic number 1719. Again, just showing off how fierce the Mythic competition is whenever there's a new set in Limited. Our record today is 4-3 into 5-2, and we're down 100 ranks. Oh no, that can't be keepable, right? I need a swamp to play Vanguard. I need another land to play the book. Need a lot to get to Aomer. I don't think on the play that's keepable. This is definitely keepable. I'll keep that. Flacco or Flaco Nukem, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hope you have a good time. Let's get a Lancer down and get rolling. Thanks, Lollipop. Have a good one. Could Flamesmith, and then when I muster and ambush, I'm getting extra damage in, which is cool. I might just hold Lancer back to block the Flamesmith, but then if I hit another black source, I could ambush and muster. And then it's fine to attack another Lancer. Fell Beast. That is a lot of mana. Playing against a red-green deck, let's muster and see if we find a swamp. We don't find a swamp, so we just attack with Lancer. Pass from there. Chance Met Elves. 3 mana, 3/2. If they scry, it's going to get bigger. Now I can rally holding up the ambush and attack with everybody and just ambush wherever it's the most profitable. And then I'll have cast every instant and sorcery out of my hand, so it won't be a big deal if Flamesmith dies. Because it's not like Flamesmith is shooting them anymore. Alright, if they don't block anything with Elves, then I will go ahead and ambush to save Flamesmith. But had they put an Elves anywhere, I would have spent the ambush to kill the Elves and just let Flamesmith die. Another Chance Met Elves, so a couple 3/2s, and an Elven Farsight to make them both 4/3s. That's not good for me. Can't attack super well into those. I could still just to get 3 damage in and put them to 8, leaving them dead to 2 of my 4 damage burn spells, but I only have 2 in the whole deck, so that'd be a little sketchy. Fear Fire Foes. How I wish I had 1 more land. How I wish. Could still do 2 damage to an Elves and 1 to the other one. So if they block and kill Flamesmith, yeah, this could still wipe the board. It's just going to require me to sack some creatures to do it now. Oh, interesting. Okay, well then I guess I'm not going to Fear Fire Foes. Because it would just be to kill 1 Elves. I'll just play a Vanguard then. That's fine. Currently, we know they have another 3/2 coming up. Currently, Flamesmith, as a Ring Bearer, can get past their whole board, so we put it on the bigger creature to get in for more damage each turn. rather than one of the smaller creatures. Alright, they're over it. We are 6-2 now, meaning we have to play a final boss with this deck. Either going to be a 7-win run or 6-3. This is going to be the final game of Magic no matter what. Last chance for greatness with this deck. But it has really popped off. 5 copies of Rally at the Hornburg has just been phenomenal. Obviously, Fear Fire Foes is incredible. Voracious Fellbeast is incredible, but we knew that. Alright, here we go. Final game, final boss. Last chance to 7-win run with this deck. Sketchy. Still sketchy. It's the same hand, but we have both colors. Oh, I love Fellbeast, but 6 mana is a lot. I could just get rid of the Lancer and just try to go for all grinded out 2-for-1 value. That seems super weird, but that's what I'm going to do here. Try to play a bunch of cards that are really good at grinding the game out. Battle-Scarred Goblin. Good target for Fear Fire Foes if they drop some 1 toughness things down, because we can really cheaply just spend 3 mana to shoot the Goblin for 2 and all their 1/1s for 1. Yeah, let's go. That gives me a great turn 3 play now, where I 2-for-1 them and start grinding ahead in value. Then next turn we Torment of Golem to 2-for-1 them and get a little bit farther ahead in value. Then we Fellbeast and 2-for-1 them on turn 6 and try to win from there. Okay, they're stuck. Just Torment and see what's up. It's a bunch of 4 mana things. Okay. They have an Urkenbrand, an Orcish Medicine, a Relentless Rohirrim, a Torment of Golem, and a Smite the Deathless. I kind of want to get rid of their Torment of Golem so they can't get our Fellbeast, and if they want to smite our army, that's fine. We need to keep that Orcish Medicine in mind. I think I get rid of the Torment. Okay, they are going to smite the army, so they have no removal left. They have not hit land number 4. Oh, I wish Flamesmith was a human for this rally at the Hornburg. I think Flamesmith rally is going to be better than just Rohirrim right now. And then we can Rohirrim next turn to set up a Ring Bearer based on how big whatever creatures they play next turn is. I guess they could get a 1/1 off of their Orcish Medicine just to trade into a 1/1. Since the alternative is to cast nothing, but they choose to cast nothing so they can get a better amount of value out of the Orcish Medicine later. They're going to play the Urkenbrand onto the empty board, so just a 3/3. And we hit the land to Fellbeast it away. Sick value. And we just hit with everybody. Now we have a flyer that they don't have any removal for. They're down to 13. It's a 4 power flyer as well, so it basically kills them in 3 attacks. I can use our Rohirrim to make Flamesmith the Ring Bearer, so that they take 6 unblockable damage every turn. If I hit them with... If I sack a 1/1 to do 1 more damage to them, then I could theoretically lethal them next turn with Fellbeast and Flamesmith alone. But I need to play around Orcish Medicine because they can get a 1/1 blocker off of that, so then they could block Flamesmith and not die. This is one of the biggest bombs in the format, and this is one of the only cards that they would maybe have a shot at winning now, and they definitely have a shot. Equipped creature gets +3/+1. Whenever it attacks, get 2 tapped 1/1 flyers. Then you can just move it onto one of those later. They're tapped and attacking if it's a legendary creature you attacked with. So they can't afford to do that right now. They have to hold up Orcish Medicine to not die. I think our best attack is to not attack with anything that Rohirrim could block, because if I attack with something that Rohirrim can block, they can give Rohirrim lifelink and get a 1/1 trade into Flamesmith. But if I attack with Felbeast and Flamesmith, we force them to use the medicine to get a 1/1 blocker just to trade with Flamesmith, and they don't get any life gain. So we put them to 2, and their life gain spell is gone by doing that. But if I attack with this or this, all of a sudden they're also gaining 4 life on top of all that. So we do this and force them to just get a 1/1 army and trade into Flamesmith. Be at 2 life and have no way to get lifelink in hand. Alright. The spirits they get are tapped, so they don't have any untapped flying blockers. Another Rohirrim lets them draw a card and discard a card off of the first one, but they are out of cards in hand, meaning whatever they draw into just gets immediately discarded, and Felbeast is going to finish them off in the sky. That's game 7 and 2 for this draft. That is a trophy draft right there. Really nice stuff. We shoot up to 1571, so we went up about 100 ranks for going 7-2. Yeah, you can definitely check out the deck one last time before we move on to the next draft. But this was just a super token-heavy red-black deck with 5 copies of Rally at the Hornburg, 2 Mordor Musters, to just get a million 1/1s out early. Couple improvised clubs to fling those at our opponents in the late game. Couple of the S tier uncommons like Fear Fire Foes to wipe the whole board. Felbeast to make your opponent sack a creature. And Aomer to really put the pressure on them, getting a bunch of damage and getting a bunch of 1/1s. This was a pretty nice one. Pretty nice deck overall. I am going to take a quick break there. I do like to take one break in the middle of each of my streams to go fill up my water bottle, go to the restroom, all that good stuff. So if you need to grab a drink, grab a snack, now is a great time to do so. I'm going to take a quick break, and then I will be back for a couple more drafts before I head to F&M tonight. So see you all in just a moment.